tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready to intend on down.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play action, now it's Brady. And he's going to go down right near officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Single receiver. 22, 22, 22.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 49 yards.
A 49-yard gain on the play. First down, Eagles.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And some space here. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. No. Check that.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go now. Check.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, alert 3.
This is McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And an Eagle 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Wait, that's why 20. 57. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Brady now on first down. Got him on right side. It's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Clover Quinn there defensively.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
They're running it. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athlete. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, and the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Easy. 72.
Brady. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will get him one closer. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
52. You.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
53. Check 3.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Ross on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Murray now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both...
He's got a man complete. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Davante Adams. 99 yards as they are able to cut into that lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. From the gun, Brady. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying some.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cleveland Farrell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Right there, 56.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Murray now, 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Check 56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Able to slither by. Throw outside, complete to QT. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
From 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Brady looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Left side here to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shadow.
Now Brady. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check 43. Hey, Bolt 66. Hey, Delta. Mike 52, Mike 52. Night, sweetheart.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Cowboys have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamal Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, McCaffrey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.